Welcome back to the More Than Transgender podcast. School year 1977, 1978 brought a new home, new friends, new enemies, and a new school. Three adults and two kids stuffed in a little two-bedroom cinder block apartment on D Street. There were lots of good times there. Spring and summer were filled with cookouts and youth activities at the big park across the street. And at night, we could hear the D Street Choir marching and singing the funky woman through the neighborhood. Fall and winter didn't allow for much fun, but we sure did look forward to those snow days. I only got into a couple arguments with other kids that I recall, mainly girls. One that threatened to stomp me if anyone gave her a problem, stomping instructions from her mother that had just went on vacation. The other girl had slapped my glasses off one day. I don't remember why, but I remember the sound, and it hurt like hell. I ran home crying to Grandma, who, of course, threatened to beat me if I ever let anyone send me home crying again. I rushed out the door and chased that girl down. Couldn't catch her, but my point was made. Grandma did beat me another time for climbing through the window of the apartment after being told not to. I was locked out. If someone was watching me trying to avoid that beating, I'm sure it was hilarious. School life wasn't too bad except for the girl that slapped me. She used to mock my walk by exaggerating her butt sticking way out. I wasn't doing it on purpose, but I guess that's what it looked like to her. I was just a skinny kid with a butt that was bigger than I was. Now that I've grown into it, I wouldn't mind having a little more. No implants, though. This was also the year that I was introduced to hot combs and pink rollers. My mom would straighten my hair and roll it with those pink rollers to keep the waves and curls in as I slept. Guys in the 50s and 60s called this getting your hair processed, getting your hair pressed, or processed straightened with a relaxer. Mom said, I used to process your dad's hair too. Eventually, I learned how to do it myself. This was way before S curls and Jerry curls. The neighborhood was filled with fast girls and faster boys. Let's just say the down low was very real. I was still being sexually abused to the point of enjoyment. I'm not proud of that by any means. I guess I just processed it as acting grown up. I don't know. Got used to it? Probably. One day while visiting some neighborhood kids, they got the bright idea to hold me down and strip off my shorts to see what parts I really had. They did so and laughed till I was able to pull my shorts back up. I was humiliated, but what could I do? I was outnumbered. I moved on. I can only imagine what the girls in my neighborhood were going through. The only other major thing that happened was my great grandma on my mom's side passed. I remember visiting her in the nursing home after church on Sundays. With her white hair glowing, she would always say, You better watch. I think she was quoting the scripture about watch and pray. Well, I do both now. I watch my surroundings and I pray. Seventh grade brought on yet another school change. A much, much bigger school that used to be the city high school was at the time used as the seventh and eighth grade middle school and still hosted the high school football games. I don't remember any fights or arguments at all, but I do remember my school picture day was ruined because my curls fell out. And there was some after school sex going on in the boys' bathroom. I won't forget that. The school was so big that no one would ever know or hear anything. But on a good note, no pun intended, here's where my vocal skills were encouraged. I tried out for a seventh grade chorus and got in singing tenor. I had been singing by ear for a few years till now, but to me, this was professional training, professional voice training. The musical scales, the harmonies, the recitals, music to my ears would be an understatement. I finally got the push I needed to even explore a musical or entertainment career. I give my mom props for helping me dream big. My dad, not so much at all, since he wasn't around. I'll never forget the songs we learned. I Know Where I'm Going, sang by Judy Collins. Don't Cry Out Loud, sang by Melissa Manchester. And of course, all the traditional Christmas carols. There was also a song about a Colorado trail we had to learn. This was good times for me. I enjoyed learning how to sing properly and with a chorus of others. I think I made it to eighth grade chorus, but couldn't swear to it. That year is a blank. I had to be in eighth grade chorus because I wouldn't have been in anything else till the summer. And that's where my musical abilities were about to go to another level.